Hi friends, my name is Frederic, and I'm here on a new mic. Finally! I also have 2 new cats, so if you hear any meows, that's them. Their names are Ruby and Sushi, and yes, I know 4 is a lot, shut up. I have not done making up my mind in a long time, and I feel like y'all really enjoy it when I just do makeup and shit on people. I'm kidding, it's not all the time. I will be your negativity. I'll absorb it for you. So if you're new here, because I know there's a lot of new people. I don't just do YouTube shorts, but I know y'all have been enjoying that lately. These are them. They're very annoying right now. They think there's food. I have a series on here where I just like to do my makeup and then chat and just talk about political issues, cultural stuff. So today we're going to be talking about allyship because some of y'all don't know how to ally. Emphasis on some, okay? Do not take offense to this. As always, everything you see in this video, everything I use will be linked in one link. No more long descriptions. I found a website that basically just puts it all into one thing. Makes my life and your life easier, okay? So no more asking. Also, I hate doing this, but like, if you want to support me, follow me across Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. It's really important. Liking the video, commenting, it all helps. So yeah, it's free. Subscribing is free as well. If you haven't noticed, I've been on my grind with YouTube Shorts. I zoomed in a little so you can see what I'm doing. And if you want to see extra content, becoming a member, $3 a month, you can do it if you want. So the point of this video, for those who aren't aware, I've been uploading some videos talking about toxic men and because they're abundant. And I've reached a lot of new audiences, like a lot of new people who aren't necessarily LGBT. In our world, we say queer. Yes, I'm saying it. We can reclaim it, y'all. And with these new videos comes a lot of allies, and I love it. I love being able to see moms say, I love the fact that you're a man who wears a dress because I can teach my son that's okay. I love straight men who watch me and say, yo, you do you. I love what you wear. It truly warms my heart to know that like the world's not as shitty as I think it is. But every so often, you do have one person who goes across the line that's been drawn. Firmly in the ground, mind you. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with this eyeshadow look. I'm kind of just going with the flow. So on TikTok, I know y'all love to hate it, especially on YouTube. Don't worry, there are some gripes I have with it. I got a comment and I'll just read it out for y'all. And please do not go to their page and tell them to do something negative to themselves. Don't be stupid. I've raised y'all better than that. So this was their comment. I support LGBT, but the thing I hate is when people either try and make everything about it or force it onto others. Opinions on this. Read that twice, okay? Opinions on this. So you're asking for my opinion. And I've already put this into the ground on TikTok. You know, a lot of people like to have these chain arguments, and I've always said, don't argue on TikTok. I was just having fun that day. Plus they did ask me. There's a reason debates last hours on television. You have to, because every time someone takes one word and says, you didn't mean it like that. But on YouTube, I can draw this out however long I want. And I wanted this to be a learning lesson for both queer people who don't really know how to debate this, or like you're younger and maybe you're like, I have these thoughts, I don't know how to put them into a concise argument to maybe convince someone or defend myself. And then for allies, this is just a learning lesson. If you don't know this stuff, now you know. Sit back, eat popcorn. Whenever someone says, why does LGBT force this stuff? I always wonder, what do you truly mean by the word force? Because it's supposed to mean that you're made to do something. I forced food down his throat. I don't know why that's the first thing I thought of. You know, I forced that eggplant down his... What does forcing LGBT mean? Don't worry, I'll tell you, because I know what you meant. They don't like it, that it's there. They just simply don't like the fact that it's prevalent. Prevalent, mind you, because they never take into account the amount of heteronormativity. That's too long of a word. Let me shut up. The amount of heterosexual standards in society. And I specifically brought up Disney because y'all hate the idea of a prince marrying a prince on there. But our whole lives, we saw, what was it? Snow White being kissed by a man when she was apparently 13, 14 years old. And the man was 30 or something. Either way, wrong. And also, the girl was supposed to be dead. Show that to children. Go ahead. A Little Mermaid, 16-year-old girl in the sea wants to leave her whole family for some dick, which I stand. You go, girl boss. It's my favorite movie. Can't wait for the live action, but that's the story. It's seen as normal. It's seen as cute for kids. Count the amount of movies that feature straight people kissing, not just male and female, because they can be bi. No bi erasure on this channel, but just count the amount of Hallmark movies, rom-coms that involve a romantic couple. Tell me how many are queer and then tell me how many are not. When the queer amount goes above, then maybe I'll consider your argument. No, but it's not just movies. It's the fact that they have pride marches and they're doing drag queen brunch. Libraries, they're reading to children. There are so many things I can debate, but that's the same mindset that people had back when women wanted rights to be able to vote. Why are they pushing it down our throats? Civil rights. Why do they want equality? Same mindset. You're just not used to it. You've never seen it before. And I know in some environments, like we can do the nature nurture debate, you just physically don't grow up around this stuff. You've never seen it on media because it just pushes you something else. The For You pages are crazy. I can understand that. But this person is not that person, because there's a full conversation down here. Also, this I support unless or until they do this, or but you support our silence. You don't support us protesting. You don't support us being loud. Loud, mind you. We wouldn't have to be loud if the government and society didn't discriminate against us for centuries. You can't pick and choose to support a community. Oh, I like Italian people until they do this. I just want to shout out this person. I support queerness with no expectations and rules. My daughter is male to female trans. Love you. Love that. Like I'm seeing so many people with children commenting on my page. It really warms my heart. Thank y'all for staying. So they deleted their comments, but I screenshot because I'm petty. How are you going to tell me what you meant? I said I support it, but hate one thing that some people do. You need to try understanding better. You need to understand to take my opinion because you asked for it. Don't come on my page if... I just don't like saying that word anymore. Don't ask for an opinion if you can't take it. So at this point, I still didn't know what he meant by forcing, and I finally got it out of him. He didn't like the fact that some queer people tried to say everything is gay or this is now gay. And apparently that's all he sees on his For You page, and that's all he's ever seen LGBT people do. Therefore, he drew the conclusion that all LGBT people do this. Let me break that down. Let me just soak in the ignorance for a second. I will even defend some of that statement because I personally don't think it's okay for queer people to assume someone's sexuality as well. The girly pop zesty fruity thing, a whole other topic for another video. Let me know your thoughts too. But if you think all queer people like to say, oh, this is gay, oh, this is now gay, they're probably like 5 years old doing that because 5-year-olds are on this app now. By the way, if anyone asks, I am cutting my crease with a liquid highlighter just because this is more easy because the wand's here thinner on your eye and it dries down matte, unlike concealer, which is thick and dries down creamy, which will make your eyelids crease. You're welcome. And most of the time you put shimmer on anyway, so you're just doubling up how shiny it'll be. I give and I give. What do I get in return? Back to this comment. How are you gonna tell me what I meant? I don't care what you meant. I care what you said. This is the problem with TikTok. If you don't say your words perfectly, or if you don't say your phrases perfectly, I'm not gonna know what you mean. How was I supposed to draw the conclusion that you're talking about a small selection of queer people who just happen to say everything is gay, and that's the forcing you're talking about? Of all things, that I thought he was talking about protests, drag queens at libraries. No, he's talking about people online. Give me a break. Cry me a river. It is not my fault that your grammar sucks. It is not my fault that you can't properly structure a sentence or type to make your debate understandable. You should work on that, not me. And then he tells me I need to understand better. Maybe you need to type better, or just not type at all. Some people don't deserve keyboards in life. And also this, everyone can have an opinion. I disagree. Everyone can, not everyone should. You don't need to have an opinion on a community you're not a part of. Let our own community deal with the fact that a small amount, mind you, really expand your mind. You think all queer people do this? A small amount of queer people like to call everything queer or try to assume everyone's sexuality because they're growing into their own. It's immature, of course, but they're immature. They're literally young. I don't really see adults doing this anymore. And if you are, you should learn. Because it does happen. I have seen a 30-year-old man on TikTok calling a random profile, "Are you?" Grow up? But once again, a whole other topic that we have to deal with ourselves, not you. You do not need to budge in. Also, I think this is something every community can learn from. If you're trying to address the community you're talking about, you should be able to listen to what that community says back to you. Because if you're not gonna even listen to me, why'd you ask for an opinion in the first place? It keeps going, by the way. Shout out to this guy. Couldn't have said it better. As a straight male, we need to work on being more careful with how we word things. This guy's a good example. Doesn't matter what he could be lying about. People can take it a different way that you meant it, but that doesn't mean they're wrong. If there was room for interpretation, it will almost always end worse for you. Yeah, sometimes I just don't like TikTok. This is his comment because that's all I've ever seen do it. So of course I'm gonna say it's an LGBT thing. And no, I typed it perfectly fine. You just don't understand. You didn't type it fine. It was bad. Sometimes you have to flop to learn in life. But this is where I was like, I just reeled you in onto my boat. It's only a matter of time before you see someone's true colors. And this is it. And this is where I knew this could be a video because I've lost brain cells at this point. I deserve to make my money back. Let's say you're going to do a research paper. This is what you do in college usually. If you're going to draw sources from a certain perspective, a certain website, maybe certain keywords, your information could be skewed. It will have a bias. Some of y'all hate that word. And a lot of people aren't ready to handle that. A lot of us are biased. It's okay, just unlearn it if it's problematic. In this case, I said you sound like someone who watches Fox News all day because all you do is get one type of opinion and you don't bother looking at the other side. To which he said, I don't watch Fox News, so I don't know why you assume that. Where do I even begin? Like, I'm comparing you? Where's the brain? Then he goes, with the budging in part, how is the community gonna fix it if nobody says it? Also, when did I say how you felt? I love and hate people who try to push back on my own words and say, when did I say that? When did I tell you how to do that? Blah, 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 blah. That's what I hear. Useless arguing. How is the community gonna fix it if no one's doing that? I'm doing that. Millions of people are doing that. My whole channel is about that. It's not my fault that you can't find the other side of an opinion or you can't find other perspectives. That's on you. That's your terrible For You page. We exist out there. You just don't choose to find it because you're ignorant. You don't want to. You would prefer to generalize than try to branch out. I'm not going to spend my night arguing with more and more queers. Sorry if this is offensive. If you have to think sorry if this is offensive, maybe just don't. I don't want you saying the word queer. Not in that sense anyways. There's plenty of ways to say queer people in a positive manner. I'm not even gonna gatekeep it. I don't care if straight people say it. Just don't do it like this, because I can read your emotion through the screen. It's derogatory in this case. If that makes me close-minded, then y'all are dumb. It's not my problem, it's you. Even though I came asking for the opinion. Someone replies, stay close-minded. I'm not close-minded. I just don't want to waste my time. And if I do want to learn, I can ask the multiple people I know that are part of LGBT. Then do that. Why'd you come on my page then? If you're confident with your opinion, you don't bother going out looking for another one. So obviously you're not sure if your opinion is correct. And also this part of the LGBT, I'll get to that. I'm smelling the, I have gay friends, so I'm an ally argument. Also they go on, I'm done arguing with the creator. I hope. I don't need to waste my time arguing with another random. If you are saying you're done, you wouldn't type, but you are. So you can't say I'm wasting my time when you're doing the same thing. We're both losing brain cells from this, but I will profit in the end because I have a YouTube channel and this is my reparations. So in my video, I said, I'm going to give you a hypothetical because this is the only way I can get you to understand something like this. What if I change your original argument into something that I do see happening too often is a wrong thing to do, but people don't realize they're doing it. So take this with a grain of salt. I don't want to see this on Twitter, okay? This is a hypothetical. This is an example of people's mindsets and also a mindset in the Asian community. So y'all better stop doing this. I'm watching you. I support black people, but the thing I hate is when black people constantly get arrested and complain that they're more arrested when that's not the case, or something stupid like that. Opinions on this? Because all I see on the internet is black people getting arrested. So of course I'm going to think all black people get arrested or could be criminals. Because that's all I see. Because I don't bother looking for other sources. Do you see how you sound now? And if you in any scenario say that's all I've ever seen, that says everything about you and nothing about the community or us. Your problem, fix it. He didn't delete this comment yet. You didn't understand that either. I meant the only people I ever see doing that are queers. Now I admit that's one on my part because I needed more space. This is like that Mean Girls meme. You did generalize and say people do this after trying to argue otherwise. I didn't say I generalized it. I said I typed it wrong. So it seemed like I did. Oh shit, never mind. I see what you meant with this. Like, how do you come to the realization while typing? That's unreal to me. I give you my opinion and you reject it. Don't ask for an opinion when you literally can't handle it. So I can't have an opinion on someone else's opinion? Didn't know that was a thing. I just don't know how someone thinks that when I type the other thing. Like, what? Your brain is gaslighting you, literally, because you're not reading anymore. One ear, out the other. Like, you're drawing a conclusion I didn't say. Then he ended it with the, I'm just not gonna argue, I'll delete the comment, whatever, bye-bye. Goodbye. While this was happening, I wanted to show you another side that I saw. About halfway through, I saw this other person start commenting. And I'm gonna interpret this as Bretman Rock. Hey, bitch. That's my friend your little ass is talking about. I am a pansexual and I don't fucking care what pronouns you use for me. I didn't ask what pronouns you were. I didn't even care. It just sounds like, hi, I'm gay, and I don't care what you think about me. Where'd it come from? Allegedly, the other guy's friend. Because the way they were typing, I was looking at the timestamps because I'm petty. They were typing so slow. It was like one paragraph, one of two, and then 10 minutes later, the other paragraph. And I just thought, who takes that long to type a paragraph? It's not even a lot of characters on TikTok. So part of me thinks it's the same account just switching around. Not important though. I rarely call someone to pick me, but this feels like that, I think. Someone who is queer, but rather like eat the ass of straight people to stay relevant. They'd rather be associated with heterosexuality because it would help protect them, which is not a good thing to do. It feels like a gay person voting against gay marriage. He supports me and other friends he has that are part of the League Beauty community and supports all of us. And straight was the norm for hundreds. Let me repeat. That was the Disney video. I was talking about how you see straightness as the norm, so therefore queerness is weird and off-putting to you. And I'm just thinking, like, if you're a pansexual, how are you gonna try to defend heterosexuality till the day you die? Because if you want to just protect yourself from homophobia or you're too scared to be fully out, that's one thing. But just know someday the handle holding your basket full of eggs will snap and you won't have anyone to fall back to, because no matter how much in proximity you want to align yourself with to heteronormative society, it'll never happen. You will never be indoctrinated into them. You will never become fully part of their community. You will still be pansexual, so stop trying to act different and give me the I'm not like all queer people. So you saying and bringing up movies that are made for children, and don't say Disney is homophobic because Walt had a gay friend. He had a gay friend, therefore he cannot be. Karen has a black friend, so therefore she can't be racist. Like what is this?
Hi, editing Frederic here. I just noticed that they said that Disney is meant for children. Is that supposed to make your argument better? That's even worse because you're showing them toxic relationships and unrealistic ideals and bad age gaps to children who are sponges and their brains don't know everything and every rule yet, so they're going to believe this is okay. And I'm convinced. I think there should be a psychological study on how Disney movies have affected children and their interpretation of relationships, because I know for a fact it's affected people. It's just unconscious at this point. Also, I want to insert this clip because some people like to argue, why are you just yelling at children? Here you go.
Yeah, they should be ashamed, because guess what? Because they are so eager to learn the rules of being LGBTQ. They're so eager to enforce these rules that were made up in the last 3 to 5 years that they will tear down people who have existed and identified otherwise long before they were even born. Children do not have the right to be cruel without any backlash. They are not eager to learn. They are eager to enforce their own opinions that they formed on a whim because some other 14-year-old made a TikTok about it. They are so misinformed and convinced they are right, and that is the most frustrating combination. So yeah, shame should be involved. I absolutely agree.
And protected him from others. So you saying this is forcing your BS onto my friend. Some of y'all don't deserve to say the word force. Watch Star Wars again. And let me clarify this. Force is applying something onto others that they don't want. This is my definition of force. I don't care about your definition of force. It's not a definition. I did this by choice. You don't decide on what my actions are. I just keep reading, y'all. Oh wait, that's the end. Because when the original commenters stopped commenting, they also stopped commenting. It's a sign. I swear it's the same person, y'all. Because they're both so ignorant. I've never even heard of the Walt had a gay friend argument, so I'll give you that. You definitely shocked me there. But let me try to break it down. Just because someone has a blank friend does not mean they can't discriminate against said community. And if your argument is they have queer friends, that's not an argument. You don't give them a pass. And even if Walt ends up having a gay friend, it doesn't mean he isn't homophobic. And it also doesn't mean Disney isn't homophobic, because they are. Or at least were, because unlike some of y'all, I don't defend Disney till I die. They don't care about you. Oh, they had the Owl House. What happened to the Owl House? Oh, they had queerness here. What happened to it? Canceled. They were canceled. That's your answer. The same thing happens with Netflix and lesbian shows. I could do a whole video about Disney because I swear to this day they're still marketing things as the first queer movie. I'm like, isn't that what you said 5 years ago? If you want to defend Disney and act like they are the forefront of the gay agenda, all I'm gonna say is okay, because you're too far gone. Just Just putting that out there. Drop your faves. I really don't know where I went with this eyeshadow. I kind of just been fooling around. It's like, this is so colorful, so I just wanted this to be colorful. I don't hate it necessarily. That's a beak. I used almost every color for this. It wasn't bad quality. Usually they're pretty good, but it is e.l.f., so it's affordable. Also, I've been trying to grow my eyebrows out to an offensive length. You're about to see how thick I make them. Oh, I hate this part. Oh my god. I used to hate my unibrow, but now I'm trying to grow out my eyebrows here because if it goes in closer, it makes your nose look slimmer. It's just an illusion, but like, I think there's a difference, no? That's the end of the conversation they had. It lasted around an hour. And I will admit, I did waste my time. Hopefully, this is a learning lesson for everyone else. And I am not doing foundation today because I recently just waxed my mustache. She's a little sensitive. I'd rather not do that to her. So if you see any redness here, that's why. Let's do this shade. I like how this just turned into a makeup tutorial because I just can't be bothered, y'all. And if I could give any advice to my fellow League Beauties out there, I call LGBT League Beauty because it's less work and it rolls off the tongue better. Stop wasting your time online. There's no point in arguing with even if you can get them to change their mind, like I maybe don't know anymore. It's not worth your mental state. I'm an anomaly because it's partially my job. Part of it is just being online in general. I can make money off of this, but also I can make videos off of this and make learning lessons like this. Invest your time in learning how to debate, how to discuss, and do things that will make you more productive. You don't have to lose brain cells just for some rando on the internet. It's not worth it. Also, this highlighter is illegal. How dare Selena do this? How dare she? Like, what? This doesn't make sense. And if there is anyone out there who isn't part of the community and you're trying to like learn more, watch videos. They don't have to be mine, but they should be. I'm kidding. But make sure you watch videos that help you learn. If it makes you uncomfortable, that's probably a good thing because you're just not used to it. Like, if you can't handle the fact that maybe you have some prejudice, it's not going to end well. If you are someone who is like this person, but wanting to learn, you have to first admit fault. And that is okay. Like, I know the majority of people out there grew up in an environment that told them otherwise. There are so many factors out there that are trying to make people hate us. I'm not going to blame you if you were brainwashed or just taught that as a kid. I will blame you for having no room to grow though. All that matters is that people try. Also, I recently discovered lip liner and I fear it's turned me into a different person because once I put on this lip, no one can tell me anything. Don't speak to me, don't look at me. I become another person. But that is the end of the video. Let me know what y'all want me to discuss. I got a lot of topics and I got a loud mouth, so let me know if you enjoy this. I forgot how much I enjoy like talking while getting ready, and I don't know how many people actually care about the makeup part, but let me know, like, do you want me to discuss what I'm doing more? Do you want to hear the opinions more? Just tell me your thoughts on this whole thing. Don't send hate to this person. I've sent enough. They've learned their lesson, and once again, you can prioritize your time in other places. But if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave a comment, please try to support me. Subscribe, it's free, 99. Instagram, TikTok, all linked below. The outfit, makeup, all linked below. Instagram, TikTok, linked down below. I am convinced that 2023 will be my year, mark my words. Outfit, makeup, everything behind will be linked also down below. Just look for it. It's here too. I'll just put it here. If you want to become a member, it's $3 a month. You get extra perks, you can look into the details and extra content. But as always, I love you all and everything is less than 3. See y'all next week.